Hi guys, Chris here, and you're watching Here We Are Running, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of my weekly training vlog. And it's Wednesday. I'm actually warming up by heading down to the track for a Wednesday workout. Okay, I've not got a huge amount of time for this Wednesday workout because we've had to come out at lunchtime because time is not my own anymore. That's because the schools have gone back, and we'll talk about more about that throughout this video. It is important because the routine that I had during lockdown has now had to dramatically change as I've got some other commitments to take care of. But we are down the track. We made it for a Wednesday workout. We are going to do 5 times mile repeats with a 1 minute recovery in between, and then we're going to get back because we've got an afternoon full of meetings. So let's get on with this. Final 100.
Well, that was another fantastic workout, and it's a workout that I don't normally do, doing the mile repeats, but decided to do it this week, and really actually very happy with the outcome. So let's take a look at each of the reps. So first mile was a 7:03. That's for us, for those of us that work in kilometres, that's a pace of 4 minutes 22 per kilometre, and an average heartbeat there of 145 beats per minute. So I'm finding, whether I'm racing or whether I'm doing workouts, that if I ease into them, I'm getting a much better outcome from them. So that one was a very much sort of an easing in to the workout rep. Then we went on to mile 2, in getting quicker at 6:55 for mile 2, a pace of 4 minutes and 18 seconds per kilometre. Heart rate you can see going up slightly there. Then we got quicker again, and quite a big jump there actually in mile 3 to a 6:44 mile, which is 4 minutes and 11 seconds per kilometre. And all the time you can see that the heartbeat is increasing, but it's sort of not. It's not at the point where it's maxing out at this stage. Mile 4 we got a little bit quicker at 6:42, and mile 5. We really sort of maintained that average pace there at 4:10 per kilometre, so another 6:42 mile for the final mile. But it was a little bit different. I was starting to fatigue a little bit in the 5th rep, and what I found was that I started a bit slower, but because it was the final rep, I put a bit of a spurt on at the end, and that took the average up to the same as mile 4. But overall, really happy with the way that that workout went. And yeah, so onwards to later on in the week now. Whew. Well, today would have been Run Reigate if it had taken place. Obviously it didn't. Of course, I did that Run Reigate virtual run a couple of weeks ago now when I did my half marathon time trial, but I've got my t-shirt on today. I've just done my final run of the week. It is Sunday, but yeah, the week has continued as a strange week in terms of I haven't been doing my normal running routine because as I say, the kids are back at school, can't go out early in the mornings doing the school run, getting out lunch times. I did that on Tuesday and Wednesday, but the Thursday and Friday I didn't run at all actually. And in fact, the other thing about the kids going back to school, of course, they're all mixing with each other now, which they haven't done for months, which means that they're picking up colds left, right and centre. So, youngest kid brought a cold back at the beginning of last week, lasted with him about a day. Middle kid lasted with him about 2 days. I've had it about 4 days and counting now, you can probably tell from my throat. So yeah, all a bit bunged up, but it is all head cold, and I do find that when I run with a head cold, it actually does me some good. As long as it's not too bad, but it actually does me some good. It helps clear the head a little bit. I do otherwise suffer quite badly from sinusitis and really sort of blocked upness. So, hasn't been great from that perspective, but we have managed a few runs in over the weekend. So yesterday, and they've all been virtual by the way, because my wife's away, which means I can't get out unless I take the kids out. They didn't want to go, you know the thing. So, they've all been virtual runs on the treadmill. Yesterday I did a Zwift race. They've been running the Chaser races this weekend, where basically you get a 2-minute head start from the Chaser. So Chaser starts 2 minutes behind you, and then they have to try and catch you basically before the end of the 6.4k run. I got caught very early on the Saturday race. On Sunday, today, I've done 2 runs. So at lunchtime I went out on I was inside on the treadmill, but I did a 10-mile run, 16 kilometers, all in the zone 2 heart rate, maintaining a pace throughout of 5 minutes and 40 seconds per kilometer, which I kind of treat as my marathon pace, because if I ran that for the whole of a marathon, then I would be doing about just under 4-hour marathon. So we did that for 10 miles, and then I had a 2-hour gap before I did another run on Zwift. Again, it was the race, it was the Chaser race. This time I set out to go as fast as I could, to last as long as I could before the Chaser caught me. He did catch me. I lasted for 5k at the 6.4k. I was obviously a little bit fatigued from running earlier in the day, but quite happy with that. And actually, it was a 5k treadmill PB. I've gone faster outside, but it was a 5k treadmill PB. So I've got to be happy with that to end the week off. And whilst I haven't done the running that I was hoping to do this week, I have managed 56 kilometers in total for the week. Now, I think the sorts of running that I've been doing has been fine for what I've got coming up next weekend. And for those of you that didn't hear before, I am doing a triathlon next weekend, although it's a relay, so I'm only doing the running part of it, and that's a 10k run, 10.5k I think, run. So I'll be doing that next weekend, and I think I'm in good shape for doing a 10k at the moment. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It's not a flat course or anything, still interesting to see what happens in that one. That's next weekend. However, the weekend after that is the virtual London Marathon, and the running that I've been doing at the moment has been not good training at all for marathon training. I have not done the distances, the long runs that you'd expect to do leading up to a marathon. Nothing I can do about that now, is there really? So I'm going to go out, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it very sensibly. I'm just going to see how I do on the day. So that brings you completely up to date. There won't be a training vlog next week. There will be the triathlon video. Now the triathlon's on the Sunday, and it's Sunday afternoon, so I don't think that, with the best will in the world, that I'm going to get that edited on the day and for you on the Monday morning. So it's probably going to come out on Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning, so don't be surprised if the triathlon video is a little bit delayed. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, of course, as always, hit that thumbs up button to give the video a like. And if you're new around here, well, why not consider subscribing for regular running content? But for now, guys, goodbye.